How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So what's the plan today?
We're gonna dig 3 holes over here. We got 3 20 by 20 foot holes that we're gonna dig out, pile the dirt, and then we're gonna have a test to see who can put the dirt back and make it prep for seed. So we're gonna have one section's gonna be the tractor, the loader, and a 3-point hydro rake. Next one will be the T450 with a hydro bucket, and then the third one will be the T76, a standard bucket, and the hydro rake, the skid mounted hydro rake.
Yeah. What Olaf said.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Right on the Here comes the scooter.
You didn't even get.
I don't know. He's off work.
I've never understood this. Daewoo is Doosan, but Daewoo's in jail.
Well, from what I understand, Daewoo got in jail in South Korea, and the government ended up with Daewoo.
Yeah,
And
for embezzlement.
Correct.
The owner, the Daewoo guy, his name was Daewoo.
His last name was Daewoo.
Okay.
And then the government didn't want anything to do with being in business with building excavators, so that's when Doosan took it over. And so it is a merge. Doosan and Daewoo, they're merged together now.
With the Daewoo part in jail.
Correct.
Okay. I told you, I thought they were. Jameson's like, well, don't you have a Doosan? I'm like, well, I thought Daewoo was the same thing. So, all right, now I know. I didn't know they went to jail though. When you go to China, you can pick A quality, B quality, or C quality, and that's what you get. Technically, cat is from there. Everything is from there. All of them are. I mean, they're all almost built in the same town, same street almost. I've heard that like there's a company called HMS or something like that, and I was just saying, well, you know, why should we buy your stuff over Caterpillar? And he's like, well, we are manufactured just down the street from Caterpillar. I'm like, oh. And we use the same pumps, and we use the same drives, and we use the same this, and we use the same that, and we're 20% cheaper. And I'm thinking, oh, I didn't know. See, these are things I didn't know.
Moving. Well, even now Doosan is owned by Hyundai. So
yeah, but Bobcat just bought somebody else too.
They bought a distribution company because that little that red tractor.
Mahindra.
No, that's Steiner. It's got like.
Oh no, that's Steiner.
Yep.
Steiner, yes.
Yep.
Toro owns Ventrac, and Bobcat owns Steiner.
Correct. Yeah, so Doosan is now
Learning all sorts of fun crap out here in the field, in St. Cloud. What are these guys doing? Hey, can you crawl one of them hills?
Jump it. Not over the top. I'll just get high center.
5 horse,
75 horse,
61 horse, and 40 horse.
okay. 40 horse.
That's
Tractor's
40 horse. That machine over there is a 61 horse with a hydro bucket.
Yep.
Got a hydro rake with 40 horse, a bucket, and a hydro rake with 75 horse.
All right. We're good?
We're ready to rock.
We're ready to rock.
No bumping, boys. Let's get her done. I want a clean race.
So this next test is using some pretty unsuitable materials. It's the top layer of turf, roots, mixed with dirt, and using that as our material for a finished grade. So it's going to depend a lot on the equipment coming through and doing the work and less on the materials. What they were doing while we were doing the first 2 videos in this series was Jameson was running that mini excavator and scraping up all of the turf, the top 12 inches of material, and stockpiling it, and now the equipment has to take that material that's been all mixed together and put it back in place and try to create a seed bed for a finish lawn. So if you missed the first 2 videos, the first video we were testing a brand new disker for the front of a skid loader and a tractor. The second video we were testing the hydro rake and a power rake on different types of equipment, and now we're going to be testing the finished grade quality of these 3 pieces of equipment in a head-to-head showdown. The mid-size skid loader you see here will be running purely nothing but a hydro bucket. The mid-size tractor, the compact tractor technically that you see here, is running a Hydra rake, or a power rake as it's better known in the industry. And the large frame skid loader on the end is running a standard bucket and then switching from a standard bucket to a power rake halfway through for the finished touch on board.
That was 4 minutes. That was 7 minutes. And Sawyer's still running.
This is what Jameson was able to accomplish with an all-in-one bucket. Skid loader. Is this a small frame skid loader, Jameson?
Yep.
Yep. Small frame skid loader. There's the results there. Here's Derek with his tractor. Similar results. Not quite as level. In here, that looks pretty good. And now Sawyer's over here still switching back and forth between them. Well guys, what's the consensus?
It's been a good day, I know that much.
I like it.
I think there's a tool for everything. It's kind of, I think realistically it's not really one tool that's going to do everything.
Right.
That's what we learned today on hard, tough soil like this with a lot of vegetation. They all have their place.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. I think the one in you're done is the Hydra bucket over there. If you can't get a Hydra bucket, well, then you just got your other options. I mean, we had two power rakes, two different versions of power rakes. Your tractor has a bucket on the front, which was why, you know, I think you took over. Came in kind of second-ish with the tractor. And then this one, I think it was Sawyer. I think, where's Sawyer? Oh, there you are. Sawyer, I think you just had the problem of switching over.
Yeah, it took some time switching back and forth. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta get your colors clean and switch.
But I also think tractors are being, landscapers are overlooking it. Like, I look at that machine, it's $40,000, and most likely it's going to be your cheapest cost per hour to operate versus any track machine skid loader. But
You're talking about the tractor.
the tractor, yeah, the track machine is going to be your most expensive price per hour. So there's jobs where you should have a tractor. If you're in the business for a long haul, like I was telling Jameson, you're gonna wear a skid loader out. You're going to.
You're gonna wear anything out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should be picking the cheapest thing for the job per hour in a tractor. You pay 40 grand for it, you put 4,000 or 5,000 hours on it, your repair bills are going to be very minimal, and you're probably going to get 3/4 of your price back out of it when you sell it.
True. Tractors just don't go down in value. I don't know why.
They don't. First tractor I ever owned, I paid 11 grand for it, and I sold it for 14. And I paid 35 for that. With, what do you think that's worth, Olaf? With,
Oh, that's pretty damn close to that.
I've got 600 hours on it, and it's 7 years old, and I probably could sell it for more than what I paid for it.
Yeah, there you go. But Andrew makes a great point. Which one's the easiest to get out to the job site? Mid-sized machine with a bucket and then an extra power rake? Because every time I show up here to pick up one of your guys' attachments, like the power rake, you notice I take the bucket off because I don't have room for both on my trailer, and I got a 20-foot deck. And I just don't feel comfortable balanced going down the road. I could. I don't want to.
Correct.
Jameson can haul that probably in the back of a Ford F-150, that little tiny thing.
Yeah, you're not factoring in the time of loading, unloading, strapping down all the attachments. hooking up, you know, like Sawyer was doing in between, undoing it again, all that stuff adds up, and like Derek talks about a lot, that's all unbillable time. You're not billing for that time of the change, and so where the hydro bucket can be an efficient tool, you're just making money that way.
Yep. Yep. You guys didn't think we'd end a video without letting you guys run a tractor, right? So we're gonna hop in this little bad boy and we're gonna give her a test spin. All right. So here is the, I'm gonna turn this on. This is the video down. This here is the side-to-side swing. It's really, I got it orifice, so it's very slow. Okay.
Kind of got to play with that quite a bit. It's like kind of like the front of your bucket. You got to use it like that. See how that hole is slotted in the top? That allows you to go in the ground. So that's your depth control.
Which one are you talking about, Derek?
That very top link is slotted.
Oh, yeah, right there.
So that allows you to be able to lower the drum and interact with the ground and have a little bit of movement on your depth. So you see now?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Right here's the PTO.
Okay.
And then you said here's the throttle. She's all yours. And then the loader, you know what to do there.
All right, hydrostatic, right?
Yep.
Cool beans. Hydrostatic means you don't have to think. All right, let's find a spot to put you guys and let's go for a ride. That's not the spot. Let's go drive a tractor, guys. How fun is this? Okay. Got a hydro rake running on the back. One of the first times I drove a tractor when I was a kid, I was probably 10, 11. I was brush cutting. And I was doing this thing where I'm looking behind me. It was one of my first times ever running a tractor, and my dad had me out mowing the runway. Technically, he's a crop duster, and I had to keep the runway mowed flat so he could land it. Well, I was out brush mowing the runway, and I'm doing this thing where I'm looking behind me and not paying attention to in front of me. And the tractor I was using had forks on it. Instead of looking in front of me, I ended up running those forks directly into the ground, and I bent them all up. I just wrecked the forks on the tractor, almost wrecked the arms on the tractor because I hit so hard as I was going forward without paying attention. And that was one of my first experiences running a tractor. Maybe not quite as well as I'd like to admit, but hey, everybody starts somewhere, right? And let's turn you around. Skid loader, at least around these parts of the woods, these neck of the woods, we're talking about $65 to $85 an hour for a skid loader. Same area with a tractor, $110 to $120 an hour. So even though, I don't think a tractor is as efficient for plowing wide open lots as a skid loader any day, I just don't. But I own a few of them, simply because I like making twice as much an hour for the machine. I mean, if I was going to say, oh, if I could only use one machine or another, I personally would use a skid loader. I think they're more versatile. They're not always the most efficient piece of equipment out there, but I think for versatility, I just feel that a skid loader, even though a tractor can tackle everything that a skid loader can, I think a skid loader can do it a tiny bit better. All right, you guys give me your synopsis. What do you think of all the different tools and attachments and everything you've seen today? Man, it was a good day. I can't thank you guys enough for letting me come out with you, and I hope you guys enjoyed the ride as well. And we've got a lot coming down the pipeline, so I'm gonna hang out with these guys for the rest of the day. I hope whatever you're doing turns out to be way better than you ever expected. God bless you guys. Go get them. We'll catch you on another one. See you guys later.